Hey, welcome back to this part 3 that we're watching of Ronth. If you saw us on YouTube, you saw a very cut version because Gabriel Reads like see full uncut version of this and other Malayalam films. You get a Patreon or channel memberships up to the good ship. You'll always been coming to go check that out. And in this part, we're talking movie and reviewed. Okay. Let's finish this movie, huh?
പോലീസ് രക്ഷപ്പെടുത്തിക്കൊണ്ടുപോകുന്നതിന്റെ CCTV ദൃശ്യങ്ങളാണ് പ്രേക്ഷകർ ഇപ്പോൾ കാണുന്നത്. കൊല ചെയ്യുവാൻ ഒത്താശ ചെയ്തത് പോലീസാണ് എന്നതാണ് നടുക്കുന്ന വിവരം.
എനിക്ക് ഇതിന്റെ അവസ്ഥ മനസ്സിലാകും. എന്നെ കൊണ്ട് പറ്റുന്ന എല്ലാ സഹായവും ഞാൻ നിനക്ക് തരാം. നിന്റെ പെങ്ങളെ രക്ഷിക്കാൻ പറയും. എന്താണെന്ന് വെച്ചാൽ ഞാൻ ചെയ്യാം.
ആ സലോമിയെ നകത്തിരുത്തണേ.
സലോമിക്ക് ഞാനില്ലാതെ പറ്റില്ല. അപ്പം എനിക്ക് വിശ്വസിച്ചേപ്പിച്ച് പോകാൻ വേറൊരു സ്ഥലമില്ലാത്തതുകൊണ്ടാ.
നീ സമാധാനമായിട്ടിരിക്കും. അവളുടെ കാര്യം ഞങ്ങൾ നോക്കിക്കോളാം.
Yeah, he wasn't going to run. He just needed to get her there before he got arrested.
5 മിനിറ്റ് എനിക്ക് തരണം. വൈഫിനെ ഒന്ന് ഡീൽ ചെയ്യണം പ്ലീസ്.
എന്നാ വേഗം ആയിക്കോട്ടെ.
ഒന്നുമില്ല.
ഒരു ചെറിയൊരു ഇഞ്ചക്ഷൻ.
ഇല്ല ഒന്നുമില്ലെന്നേ. അച്ഛൻ പറഞ്ഞിട്ടല്ലേ. അല്ല ഒരു റിലാക്സ് ചെയ്തു കിടന്നു കേട്ടോ. എൻ്റെ അവിടെ ഉണ്ട്.
നീ ഇന്നലെ രാത്രി ഡ്യൂട്ടിക്കിടെ മദ്യപിച്ചോ?
Oh no. Technically he did.
ഇല്ല, ഇന്നലെ രാത്രി കൈക്കൂലി വാങ്ങിച്ചോ?
ഞാൻ വാങ്ങിച്ചിട്ടില്ല സാർ.
പിന്നെ എങ്ങനെയാടാ നീ ഇറങ്ങിയ വണ്ടിയിൽ നിന്ന് 10,000 രൂപ കിട്ടിയേ? നിന്റെ ഇൻവോൾവ്മെന്റ് അവന്മാർ മൊഴി തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്.
സാറേ എനിക്കത്ര അറിയത്തില്ല സാറേ. സാറേ അതൊന്നും വഴി അറിയത്തില്ലെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞപ്പോൾ ഞങ്ങൾ വഴി കാണിച്ചു കൊടുത്തത് സാറേ. പ്ലീസ് സാർ.
താൻ ഇന്നലെ രാത്രി മദ്യപിക്കുന്ന കണ്ടോ? ഇന്നലെ
He sure did.
ഇവ കഴിച്ചിട്ടില്ലെന്നല്ലേ പറഞ്ഞു? എടാ വായെടുത്ത കള്ളവേ പറയുള്ളൂ. രണ്ടിനെയും കൊലക്കേസി പ്രതി ചേർത്ത് റിമാൻഡ് ചെയ്യും.
ഇവനെ കൊണ്ട് യോനാനെതിരെ മൊഴിയെടുപ്പിച്ചാലോ?
എങ്ങനെ?
ഇവനെ കൊണ്ട് യോനാനെതിരെ മൊഴിയെടുപ്പിച്ചാലോ?
ഇവനെഴുതുവോ?
എഴുതിപ്പിക്കാം സാറേ.
Oh no, come on.
യോനാൻ സാർ
നിന്നെ എങ്ങനെ രക്ഷപ്പെടുത്താൻ എനിക്ക് കൃഷി ചെയ്ത് പിള്ളേർ എടുത്ത് നിന്റെ പണിയും പോകും, 10 വർഷം അകത്തും കൊടുക്കേണ്ടി വരും.
നിന്റെ കൂടെയുള്ള പോലീസുകാരൻ മൊഴിയൊന്നുമല്ലോ, നീ കൈക്കൂലി വാങ്ങിയിട്ടാ ഇതിന് കൂട്ടു തന്നെന്ന്.
എൻ്റെ സാറേ ഇമാതിരി ചോദ്യം ചെയ്യലൊക്കെ കുറേ ഞാൻ നടത്തിയിട്ടുള്ളൂ. അതുകൊണ്ട് സാർ അത് വിട്. അതിന് പിന്നീട് കറക്റ്റ് ഒരു പ്ലാനിങ്ങിൻ്റെ എക്സിക്യൂഷൻ ഉണ്ട് സാറേ. അത് സാറിൻ്റെ അറിവോട് കൂടിയാണെന്ന് എനിക്കറിയാം.
എടാ ഇല്ലാത്ത കേസിൽ നിന്നെ പെടുത്തിട്ട് എനിക്ക് എന്താ കാര്യം? നീ പറ.
ആ പയ്യൻ കൂട്ടുകാരൻ്റെ വീട്ടിലാണെന്നുള്ള ഇൻഫർമേഷൻ സാറിന് വന്നത് ഞാനല്ലേ. അതിനുശേഷം അവന്മാർ അവിടെ പോയി ആ പയ്യനെ പൊക്കിയത്. കോടതിയിൽ കേസ് വരുമ്പോഴത്തേക്ക് ഞാനായിരിക്കും പ്രധാന സാക്ഷി. അപ്പോൾ എൻ്റെ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെൻറ്റിന് ക്രെഡിബിലിറ്റി ഉണ്ടാവരുത്.
എന്നാൽ പിന്നെ നീ കോടതി പോയി തെളിയിക്കുക.
സാറേ ഞാനിത് കോടതിയിൽ പോയി തെളിയിക്കുകയും ഈ 100 ചെയ്യും. പക്ഷേ എൻ്റെ ഇപ്പോഴത്തെ ഒരു സാഹചര്യം കൊണ്ട് ചോദിക്കുക, പറ്റുമെങ്കിൽ എന്നെ ഒന്ന് ഒഴിവാക്കിത്താ.
നിന്റെ കൂടെയുള്ള പോലീസുകാരനാണ് ഇതിനെ കൂട്ടുന്നതെന്ന് ഒരു സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് എഴുതി കൊടുക്കും.
നടക്കുകയല്ല സാറേ. 10-25 കൊല്ലമായില്ലേ ഞാൻ ഈ പണി തുടങ്ങിയിട്ട്. അവനെതിരെ ഞാൻ സ്റ്റേറ്റ്മെൻറ്റ് എഴുതി തന്നാലും ഞാനും അതിനകത്ത് പെടുമെന്നൊക്കെ മനസ്സിലാക്കാൻ എനിക്ക് ഈ സർവീസൊക്കെ തന്നെ ധാരാളം സാറേ.
നീ വേണമെങ്കിലേ ഒന്ന് വീട്ടിൽ വിളിക്കാം. പിന്നെ പരത്തിൽ
ഞാൻ രാത്രി ആവുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് അങ്ങ് എത്തും കേട്ടോ. അതുവരെ അവിടുത്തെ കാര്യമൊക്കെ ഒന്ന് നോക്കിയാൽ മതി. ഇവിടെ കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല. ന്യൂസിൽ പറയുന്നൊന്നും കേട്ട് പേടിക്കണ്ട കേട്ടോ.
നിനക്കുള്ള സത്യസന്ധത അയാൾക്ക് നിന്ന് മനസ്സിലായില്ലേ? ഏതെങ്കിലും കേസിൽ ഒരാൾ പ്രതിയാകും. അത് നീയാണോ അയാളാണോ എന്ന് നീ തീരുമാനിക്കും.
എന്നെ ഒറ്റയ്ക്ക് പ്രതിയാക്കിയിട്ട് രക്ഷപ്പെടാമെന്ന് വിചാരിച്ചല്ലേ?
കാണിച്ചോടാ. നീക്ക് പോലീസായിട്ടുള്ളൂ. പോലീസിങ് എന്താണെന്ന് നിനക്കൊന്നും മനസ്സിലായിട്ടില്ല.
ദിന്നാഥനും പോലീസുകാരൻ കൊലപാതകത്തെ കൂട്ടിനിടെ കൺഫ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. ദിന്നാഥനും യോഹന്നാനും 5-6 പ്രതികളെ പ്രതിപട്ടിയിൽ ചേർത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്.
എന്റെ ജീവിതം കൂടെ നശിപ്പിച്ചല്ലേ?
Oh no. Oh no.
Well, the fun fact, I've seen all those officers. No way they can catch me. Oh, jeez.
Damn.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. That became something I wasn't expecting.
Nope. Nope. The
Although, like, I'd say 3/4 of the movie.
yeah, 3/4 of the movie.
movie-
You're thinking it's just going to be watching these guys on night shift.
Yeah. I was like, okay, that's an interesting concept for a movie to just show the different cases that they
Right.
go through, the horrors that they see, how they're dealing with it.
Yeah, there's a point. You go, the plot is not developing. Okay, there's no plot. It's just watching these guys do night shift, and then you realize, holy crap, there's been a plot the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very well crafted.
very well crafted. That
And wow. That really hits you in the gut there at the end.
yeah, that's a gold with a blue diamond for me. That was exceptional. That was exceptional.
Ugh, makes you feel yucky.
It does, and it anything with injustice really gets Corbin and I in a big way when injustice is done. And I promise, if these aren't true stories, they're stories that do happen.
Yeah.
And this writer director knows it. Did a really good job of not the writing, the directing, the cinematography, the score, and the acting all did the exact same thing and I love this. Not once did they feel like they needed to entertain anybody.
No.
They were allowing themselves to be boring. They were allowing themselves to be mundane because life can be boring and mundane. And you risk losing the audience because they'll say it's too boring. And you usually don't because it's so believable. Great performances by our actors, and the whole cast, but especially our two guys.
Oh, that's right here.
And I love stories. I love stories that do what are done in this with our main guy at the end there driving away, where you get introduced to a character that at first you don't know that you like the person, and you're questioning their motives as to why did they do that? Why does his wife not trust him? She's probably justified. Why did he stop to get mangoes? What a selfish thing to do. Then you realize, oh, his wife's mentally ill and they lost a kid and he got the mangoes for his wife. And that you realize that even somebody who's not seemingly nice at first blush, you get to know them and you discover they're human and they've got good qualities and probably have underlying wounds that cause them to act the way that they do. Really, really beautifully fleshed out human characters. Very, very impressed.
The main guy we've seen in See You Soon. We've seen him in Darlings. We've seen him in...
Really good film.
Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, I have to start writing down some stuff for the dummies that I want to remember for this one, because this one's got some good stuff in it, man.
Like, yeah, because like that's really crazy because they spent 3/4 of the movie,
Right?
and obviously once you finish it, you're like, oh, it was all. And I felt at some point I was like, this is all gonna come together some way,
Right.
but I thought it was gonna be like, oh, there's some type of
Right.
murder, there's some type of, but it was all a just corruption of
Yes.
everyone
Yep.
involved, and how these little things they did, whether it was corrupt or not. Obviously, he took
They had a drink.
money from. They had a drink. They took money from that priest.
Right.
He did. The
Right.
older gentleman did.
He did.
And then they helped out these people that are actually committing this crime, but they didn't know at the time they were committing a crime.
Yep.
But on camera it says they're telling.
Yeah, and if you know the right people, like I guess it was the dad who showed up to the boys and said, "What did you guys do?" And he said, "He ran away and he died. We didn't do anything." He says, "All right, I know people. I'll get you off."
Yep.
And so the guys who are responsible for the honor accident walk off free because dad knows people in power.
Yeah.
And our two guys here, the guy dies and the other one's going to spend probably the next 10 to 20 years in prison.
Yeah, and we've seen this many times in Indian films. The corruption of the police, and how, if you know somebody, you'll be able to get away with other things. Obviously, like if this happened in the U.S., you lawyer up, and a lot of this can just be thrown out because
they need evidence,
and the evidence that they got isn't substantial enough for the U.S. court system, because that call doesn't prove anything.
No, and the lawyers would find the real call and discover it had been doctored.
Yes,
but
and obviously that's also why you have body cams as well,
right?
To not only protect citizens,
and
but also to protect police in situations like this.
Correct, and clearly a through line of how often two things that I think Roshan Matthew. No, who's
This is
our
the-
director? Yeah, that's one of the actors. I want to say his name. Shahi Kabir.
He's a writer as well.
Very clear that as a police officer, the bribes that can happen, but guys still being good, being a mixed bag. They're very gray, where good men can fall prey to some shady dealings. The consistency with which they see innocent people, especially children, be the collateral damage of adults' problems, and the consistency with which he conveys so much of what I cops see is mental illness. And how do we got the same problems here. I mean, like 65% of our homeless in LA are mentally ill. And they just, if they had the right mental health treatments and medications, they wouldn't be in the situations they're in. So, very, very human movie.
Hats off to him and his writing of creating these. Because at first you're thinking the main police officer that is kind of corrupt in some ways. You're like, okay, this is a stereotypical. This guy's a newbie and he's trying to do good, and this guy's been in the system for a long time, and he's not as honorable as probably should be. Taking bribes and you assume certain things about him.
Right.
And also the story of, like, you're just like, okay, this is interesting that you're doing a movie this way without seeming like because after a while I'm like, okay, we're clearly not having a full on, like, a big through story, like a big murder or anything, because I know how much time is left in the film.
But that's the brilliance. The brilliance of the writing is that you have that thought and you're waiting, knowing storytelling. You're like, okay, I'm expecting there to be a climactic event these two guys are going to encounter in something on their night shift. And that's going to be a plot twist that's going to cause them to go from the mundane night to this became a big night. You're like, okay, that's not going to happen. And then you realize, wait a minute. Actually, everything we just saw was the problem.
Yeah.
We didn't even realize it was going to be a problem, which is what happens so often in a lot of situations in life. You don't even realize there was a problem going on until you look back, and hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
That's just stellar writing.
Very.
Stellar writing.
And great performances as well. I thought good performance from both our leads there.
Yep.
All the supporting.
Very exemplary.
Did a very good job.
Yep.
The crazy person, I believed, was a crazy person as well, that little small part.
I believe the children, too, which often doesn't happen. I believe the kids were dealing with real emotions. I believed them in the situations. Just great, really great all the way around.
And I believe the situations as well.
Yep.
Like
the score was wonderful. Anil Johnson's score was really, really well done.
And there was some really pretty cinematography moments as well.
Yep.
Overall, it's just a very, I don't know if it's surprising. It's Malayalam.
Just solid.
Because it's a very different way to do a cop drama.
Yeah. It's a great buddy film. It's a very, very different kind of buddy film.
And the tie-in from the beginning to the very end, I had completely forgot about the blood that they showed us right in the beginning.
Yep.
And him driving away.
Right. And then they bring it back, and you're like, oh, that's what we were seeing.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, dang. Good job.
Yep.
Hats off.
Yeah.
To you there.
And boy, did I care. You realize how much you care when he brings his wife to the priest. And I get a little emotional when she said, don't leave me. And you realize, again, the collateral damage that isn't talked about when people's lives are destroyed either by their own criminal activity or having been falsely accused of criminal activity.
Yeah.
And all of the innocent bystanders, all of the children, his poor, beautiful wife, the other man's wife and daughter now without him. It's a tremendous tragedy and moral play. Really well done.
Makes you feel
really
good.
well
Makes
done.
You feel good too.
Oh man, I'm just chipper. Chipper's the word I would use after leaving the theater on that one. You walk away with a skip in your step and a whistle in your song.
It just makes you feel gross. Like, and not in the way of like in some movies, like certain things happens to women or children.
No, it's
like,
just
gross.
It's overall. It just reminds you of all the injustices in the world that make you mad, and you feel powerless to change.
You're like, oh no, I can see what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the big
No.
that was the big drop. The minute you know, oh golly, the guys are gonna get framed. Writing's on the wall. And I didn't see when he ran away, I knew he wasn't gonna get shot, but I didn't see him getting hit by the car. And again, that tie-in to the front of the film was beautiful. Beautiful. This is one of those films that when you're involved in it, you should be really, really proud. That's one of those that you have on your resume and you go, yeah, I was a part of that film. That's great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great film.
I can't wait for the Hindi remake.
With Akshay.
With Akshay and
Akshay will play the new cop.
yeah.
And Anil will play the other cop.
Too old. He's supposed to be a young guy.
No.
Who's the young guy?
And
Irfan's son.
Yeah. And Alia will play the mentally ill wife. And Deepika will play the other guy's wife.
Dang, that's quite a cast.
Yeah.
It's got quite a budget.
And Ranveer will play the crazy man, and you'll love that scene.
That'll be great.
You'll play the kid in the bucket.
Anyways, that was great. Fantastic job. Let us know what you thought about the movie. If you like, if you didn't like it, what your thoughts on it are. What should be our next Malayalam film that we should watch?
Oh, yeah, baby.
If you'd like to see other Malayalam films, you can go to Patreon or channel memberships. I'll put the link in the description below or the pinned comment so you can check that out. You can see the uncut version of this and other Malayalam films. And anything else we need to know down below.